All right. Good morning. Good afternoon. Sorry, pre-recording. So we are going to go into Iyunim Noisaf. I'm going to go into little extra, extra explanations. We're going to go one step further in the Perek Rishon. This is, I guess, the bridge between this Perek and the next Perek. So tachlis haBriah l'das Rambam. According to the Rambam, what's the purpose of creation? Perek huvu habiurim hashem menegea tachlisa shel haBriah. In this parak, we brought different explanations with regards to the purpose of creation. Divrei Rambam in Perek HaMishnah sheshlemus haBriah hi shehi adam ha'idei Hashem. The words of the Rambam in Perek HaMishnah that the perfection of the creation is that a person knows Hashem. Then we brought the explanation that is brought in Chassidus that the purpose of creation is the revelation of Hashem's kingship. And the Rambam explains, we explained that the Rambam is speaking about the perfection of creation in the way the creation sees it. And in Chassidus, it explains the purpose of creation the way it was intended by Hashem. And explains further that we can explain the words of the Rambam in Hilchas Melech HaMashiach according and similar to the approach of the Chassidic approach, that the purpose of creation is the revelation of Hashem's kingship. Meaning that the words of the Rambam himself, we don't find this explanation clearly. We're using the words of the Rambam and basically saying that he also explains in a similar vein. So therefore, so let's add and let's get a little deeper. We're going to attempt to return to settle the explanation of Dirah Chassidus with the words of the Rambam in a bunch of places. Like the approach that the Rebbe has that we mentioned before. Is basically to, find the common thread. The Nevuah, and Rambam in the God of the Perplexed, the Rambam writes very clearly, the entire existence of the world is for the person that his purpose is to reach the perfection in the aspect of intellect. It's only a partial explanation. And he's basically helping only the opinion that those people that they don't believe in the novelty of the world from nothing. When we are going to actually try to dissect why Hashem brought the world from nothing, it's not that the person could be complete. Even a person that serves Hashem, because there's no need in it. There's no need. It's not necessary for the person. So we reach the maskana. So he reaches the conclusion that it's not possible to say that it's necessary without reaching a point so this is what Hashem wanted, or this is what the decree of Hashem's wisdom. And this is the truth. There's no purpose besides for Hashem's will. So it's in contradiction. Right, the famous debate if Hashem needs our mitzvos. Over here, he's saying that no, the whole Chachmei Yisrael they put in their tefillah saying that Al Tivdata, you separated us, and you can't tell what we do. It doesn't make an effect, and if we righteousness, what do we give you? Rambam writes clearly, Ein Sham Tachlis, that there's no purpose. That this also removes the explanation that he mentions there. Tachlis ha'adam that the purpose of the creating of the man is to serve Hashem. Seemingly that will work with what we explained over here, that the purpose of creation is the revelation of Hashem's kingship. Seemingly we can see this. Seemingly we can say that this is a contradiction to the explanation, the Chassidic explanation, that the purpose of creation is revealing Hashem's malchus. Right, the words of the Rambam. But so it's possible we could say that his intent is only to remove the fact that there's no purpose, there's no intellectual purpose. Which is the purpose that it's possible to understand why he's needed. That on this we could say that even if you want to say that the creation of a man is to serve Hashem, this is not an intellectual explanation. Why Hashem needed it. This is not removing, this is not contradicting the fact that Hashem has a purpose, inner purpose in creation. That we don't understand why Hashem needed it. And this it's possible to explain. Like Chassidus explains that Hashem had a desire to be king. So we could possibly say, to give a little proof, the Rambam juxtaposes his words with a pasuk that anybody that calls my name, to my honor, to my I created them, I formed them, and I even made them. What is this honor? My honor. Atzmus. It is my essence and my will. So according to this, it explains that the intent of the pasuk, saying that all the creations is only for my honor, because that is the Hashem's will. That we already referenced before, the Brisa at the end of Perek Rishon, that deals with the purpose of creation, and it says, everything Hashem created was created for His honor. And he brings the pasuk. And he adds, Hashem will be king forever and ever. The Brisa that is seeming the source of the words of the Rambam, it makes a very, very clear connection between the creation of the world with Hashem's will to the promise on the revelation of Hashem's kingship in the world. That this is that He only created it for His honor, which is the revelation of Hashem's kingship. We still need to get a little deeper. But at least over here, the discussion is the difficulty is only if the revelation of Hashem's kingship is the purpose of creation of all creation. But the fact that Hashem is the king of the Yidden, he's the king of over the Jews, and the 613 commandments is the decrees of the king. So these are psukim, my Chazal, that very, very clear that even the Rambam brings them. Okay, so Memaleh Sovev Atzmus. Let's take a Perek. When we summarize the Perek, Nizbardu Boishlish Inyanim Klolim Tachlis haBriah. We explained three general concepts in the purpose of creation. Yid Hashem, His Galus Malchusay, Dirah B'tachtonim. The knowledge of Hashem, the revelation of Hashem's kingship, and Dirah B'tachtonim. So we could say, and this is within the essential point of everything that we said in this parak. That these three concepts that we're speaking about are connected to the three levels, the general levels in godliness. We have Malak Alamin, that something that fills the entire world. Sev Kalamin, which is more abstract and more going around the world. And the essence of Hashem. So let's explain. So Memaleh Kol Alamin is the godly light that is revealed in the nature of creation. That when we meditate on the existence of creation and the laws of nature, we see clearly that there's someone being Mesader and Yanim, someone that is making the rules. And it's possible to see how the entire creation, the general creation, is intended for one purpose, one perfection. Okay, his Boninos Shel and like the meditations and like the thoughts of the previous Chachamim, Shehizker Rambam Perek Rishon Mishnayos, that they mentioned the Rambam in the Perek Rishon Mishnayos, Shehi has burniness b'mitzvos olam, which is meditation on the general existence of the world. Sorry, Shehi his burniness b'mitzvos olam gufa, sheichricha oisam lahakim b'mitzvos Hashem, that they meditated on the existence of the world itself that caused them, compelled them to recognize the existence of Hashem shetchanin es haBriah, that creates creation, and to recognize the purpose that the creation is going towards, which is Yid and Hashem, the knowledge of Hashem. With regard to the revelation of Memaleh Kol Alamin, even after the creation reaches the recognition that Hashem is running the world, the creation still feels some type of importance and existence. So that's why it's possible to request for themselves, a purpose and a perfection within his own grasp. So now let's go to the purpose of creation, when as it's revealed through the meditations of Memaleh Kol Alamin, it's the perfection. It's the perfection of creation itself. That through intellectual grasping of the knowledge of Hashem, knowing Hashem, the person reaches a perfected existence and to a perfected pleasure. And it's not something that is outside of the existence of the world. So let's go further. Even the intellectual knowledge that we're speaking about is both in this world and the grasping of the neshamis in Olam Haba is only a grasping of the light of Memaleh Kol Almin. And therefore, all the words of the Rambam in this topic, in this concept, are only with the or HaMemaleh Kol Almin. But now let's go to the sefer, to the all-encompassing, which is the godly light higher than the natural order. And it is not revealed in existence. Only when a person recognizes that the world is created something from nothing. ex nihilo, shehi hakara b'seviv kol almin, which is a recognition in seviv kol almin. Hakara be'elukus yizbarach shekadem le'olam u'l'malam ha'olam. It is a recognition. It's a godly recognition that prefaced the world, and it also is higher than the world. And with regards to the revelation of Seviv Kol Almin, Nisenes Nivraim Hargasha, it is given to the creations of feeling that when it comes to themselves, by themselves, they are nothing. They are nothing important to them, to themselves. And their entire existence is to fulfill the will of Hashem. While meditating on creation from ex nihilo, hakara b'seviv kol almin, which is recognizing the seviv kol almin, magi'in lemaskana tachlis haBriah hi lo shleimus hi. They reach the conclusion that the purpose of creation is not its own perfection. Ela bitulo laHashem beizgalas malchus yizbarach b'chol ha'olam. It is the nullification of Hashem to reveal Hashem's kingship in the entire world. And this concept of revealing Hashem's kingship, Hushuv Geulah Shel Sovev Kol Almin. It's again, it's a revelation of Sovev Kol Almin. Ki kashem shemalech hu mirumum v'amidina. Just like a king is separated and it's exalted from the nation and the country, he's all-encompassing on them from above. So too, when Hashem reveals onto the world like a king, he's revealed as someone that is exalted and removed from the world. The concept of Sovev Kol Almin. Whoa. Even when we're speaking about the higher level, even higher than Yemais Mashiach, that is connected with revealing the essence, the Yechida, including the perfection, the great perfection that will be then through fulfilling mitzvahs, and everything that comes out of it. All of this is within the limitations, within the boundaries, and the definitions of revealing the Or HaSovev Kol Almin. So let's go even higher. Who Atzmus Yizbarach is the essence of Hashem. She'enoi begeder almin klal, that is not bounded, is not limited to any world. She'olav nemar nisavak Yizbarach li Yizloi Yizbarach Dirah B'tachtonim. And this, and the essence of Hashem, it says that Hashem had a desire to dwell in this world. She'zohi taiva shel Atzmus Yizbarach Atzmei. This is a desire of Atzmus, Hashem himself. V'ataiva, he. And what is the desire? Shehu atzmai yader kan v'chol atzmosai, that him himself would live in this world in the entire essence. When it is revealed that everything it is here is only from the truth, from the true existence, which is Hashem. And it will be revealed that Hashem and the Yidden are all one. Literally one with Hashem. Hashem's essence. If you look later on in the additions at the end of this composition, things that are connected to Memaleh Kol Almin are brought in Rambam clearly. Things that are connected to Sovev Kol Almin are brought in Rambam in short, or only as hinting to it. And things that are connected to the essence of Hashem, Atzmus, is not brought in Rambam at all. Except for a few very outlier instances. Similarly in the world, Memaleh is found revealed. The concept of Sovev is revealed only in a way of the intent of the intent, like a thing within a thing. And Atzmus is not revealed at all. So look over there at the end of in the Hisafis. Fine. So similarly in our case, the Rambam goes in length in explaining the perfection of the creation when as it is a person that knows Hashem. That this is a perfection with regards to Memaleh Kol Almin. But when we're coming to the purpose and the goal of revealing Hashem's kingship, she doesn't speak clearly. He only describes the situation that Melech HaMashiach is going to fix the world to serve Hashem, without describing the implications. Any idea that the kingship of the kingdom of Beis David is the royal throne of Hashem over the Yidden, it's not brought in Rambam in a clear way. Even though he's kind of bringing it, like we'll explain. And the concept of Dirah B'tachtonim is not found at all, in a way that it's going out of the regular order, literally in the last halacha, in like you have to bring a bunch of explanations in order to really show it. Beautiful. Okay, now let's go to the last, to the last thing before we get to the end of this perek. Poil, Eved, V'Shota. Okay. Since a person was created in the image of Hashem, these three levels, in godliness, are split up into three general levels in the soul of a person that serves Hashem. And with those three attributes in the soul of a person that serves Hashem, there's also three ways of connecting to Hashem. Anyways, Aleph. Kanal Chazal Hamshilu es Adam ha'ovid lepoyel. Ha'oisei malachas balabais ba'avur haschar sheikabel. So there's a worker, a paid worker. V'hainu hasachar dechayel mabah v'al derech mivur balachas tshuva. That a worker has a job. The balabais, the owner, has a job for him, and he does the job for a pay. And what's the reward? What's the pay? Is the life of the world to come, and like we explained in Hilchos Tshuva. Adam, what's the soul of the person? Hainu Avodah shel pitam v'das sheish b'mevukash l'teilas Adam. This is a service of Hashem that is within the reason and knowledge of a person, that he can request a benefit for the right. He needs to see a benefit. And generally, the Avodah is with your 10 kaychas, your 10 attributes of your soul that they were brought down in a chain reaction from the 10 spheres elyonos, from the 10 supernal spheres, which is a Memaleh, and you connect with them. Fine, that's number one. Ukanal oid, and also like we explained before, Yisrael nimshel gam kein le'eved ha'ovid esrabim v'kabas oil mitzad mechuyeves shaloi le'odin. Then you have, so that was the worker, paid worker. Now we have the slave/servant. Serves his master with Kabbalah soil, with the acceptance of the yoke, because he has the obligation to his master. Hashem is the king of the Jews. And we are the slaves/servants that are obligated to fulfill his mitzvahs. And similarly to the way it was explained in the laws of Melech HaMashiach and the Pirush HaMishnah, and what is in the soul of the person is the service with nullification, the all-encompassing powers that are connecting him with the level of Sovev Kol Almin. And to go even deeper, it's possible to find two types of servants. You have the regular slave, regular servant that serves Hashem, serves the king, serves his master with the acceptance of Yo Kabbalah's oil, even though he'd rather be free. This is the nullification of Kabbalah's oil that is the lowest level. That this comes from the attribute of Malchus, which is from above and connects with it. And then we have the higher level of servant. Like soldiers that serve their service with complete and ultimate given over to the point of giving their lives. This is the nullification that comes from Yechida Shalamayla, higher than all powers, that comes from the level of Keser, which is higher than all the spheres, all the attributes, and it connects it with it. Yeah, whatever. The difference go there. Number 3, so we have workers, paid workers, slave/servant, and then we have the third one. She'amru Chazal, Hamshilu es Adam ha'ovid l'shutuf l'HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shekaviyachal hu shava l'HaKadosh Baruch Hu, a partner. The ad shenachshav oisik mitzius achas mamish, that it's possible to be considered like one existence. Benefesh Adam, hainu haiskashrus, the etzem haneshama mamish mitzvos yisbarach. This is the connection between the soul of the essence of the soul with Hashem's essence. We'll explain later in chapter 37. This is connected to the second part of Yemais Mashiach, the days of Mashiach, which it speaks in the end of Mishnah Torah. That is when the true existence, the true Jew, the true form of a Jew, will be revealed as one existence with Hashem. We'll explain in detail later on. Then we have Torah, Mitzvah, Nevuah. Now let's add Ulakasher Kol to connect all of this to the explanation of the Rebbe with regards to Shlosh HaRa'ayos Rambam Mevi B'tchilas Al Chas Mashiach Le'in Shel Beis Mashiach. 3 proofs that the Rambam brings in the beginning of Hilchas Malach Mashiach with regards to the coming of Mashiach. The first one is proof from the words of the Torah. That the Torah testified, and that Hashem will return your captives. Then you have one that is connected with the command. That with regards to the Ari Miklat, right? That Hashem says that Hashem is going to expand your borders. And Hashem did not command for nothing. And one of them is connected to the words of prophecy. In the Parshas Bilam, it says V'shav Nave b'shnei HaMashiachim. V'sham Nave b'shnei HaMashiachim. It says V'sham Nave, and then I will come. With regards to 2 Mashiachs. And the Rebbe explains, that so the Rebbe says that the Rambam is trying to show you that this promise of the coming of Mashiach has the strength, the special strength of Torah, the special strength of mitzvos b'Torah, and the special strength of the words of the Navi. And possibly you can add that with an added meditation, with an added look, we can understand this, that coming of Mashiach is here in 3 parts of the Torah, is brought in 3 parts of the Torah. Means that the coming of Mashiach has a purpose and has an implication that is connected to the 3 parts of Torah. Nevuah, Inyano What's prophecy? Prophecy is a concept in Torah that basically it's the word of Hashem that is revealed to creations in order to show them the proper path to go, and they could find personal benefit. Like Shaul was guided by Shmuel Hanavi, how to find the donkeys that his father lost. Mitzvah, so that's Nevuah. Then you have mitzvah, is the will of Hashem and the commandments on creations. Like a king that commands his servants. It's not for their benefit. It's to reveal the kingship of Hashem over them, like we said. Torah is a oneness, a unification with Hashem, who learns with the will of Hashem and His wisdom. He's not like a separate creation, like a servant in front of a king. It's as if he is unified and one with the king himself. According to what we explained in this parak, we understand that it's true in the coming of Mashiach. We have all of these three concepts. We have the benefit and the perfection of person, of man. Which is like Nevuah. The revelation of Hashem's kingship over creations, connected to the perfection of mitzvos. And the unification of the person and the world with the word of Hashem in the second part of Yemais Mashiach. That in this part it says mitzvahs that the mitzvahs will be nullified in the future, in the asid lavi, in the world to come. Like the Rebbe explains that the term mitzvah will be removed, because there's nothing going to be separate. There's no separate creation that you can command it. And then there will only be, the entire world will be busy with knowing Hashem, and that is Torah in its purity. And tomorrow in Mitzvah Hashem, we will have the pleasure and the honor and the zchus to continue learning, reaching Perek Sheni, the second Perek, which is the concept of Mashiach in Halacha. All of those things. Beautiful, amazing. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, because it's very important if you want to get notified whenever there's a new shiur. You can come every single day at 2:30 Pacific time, but if you forget, if you hit the notification bell, it will give you a reminder. In addition to that, in the description there is my email that you can email me, and we could talk about sponsoring a shiur a day. And the ikar is that we have to learn. We have to learn Yinagol Mashiach in order that we can start living it. And regardless, it should happen, the Hizgalus of Melech Mashiach in the world, and the completion, the perfection of Geulah shall be in the world. Take for me at Mamish, Yechi Ad Chinenu Merinu V'Rabbeinu Melech HaMashiach Le'olam Va'ed. Everybody have a beautiful day.